News just coming in, Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has played down General Hooda's comment that the strikes have been politicized. Rawat says, and I quote him here, "These are individual persons' perceptions. Let's not comment on that. He was involved in the operation, so I respect his words," unquote. Listen in.
You see, these are individual persons' perceptions, so let's not comment on them. Each one has his own perception on how things should be done. He was one of the main persons who was involved in the conduct of those operations, so I respect his words very much.
Gaurav Sawant joining me on the phone line. Gaurav, cautious comment coming in from the Army Chief in response to the comment made by General Hooda.
Spot on there. In fact, Army Chief General Bipin Rawat, you'd recall, was engaged in a similar, though smaller operation in the northeast. Of course, General Hooda was the main architect of the operations that had taken place vis-a-vis Pakistan. So extremely important and significant surgical strike. But there is merit in what General Hooda said. Politicization of a surgical strike has had its impact also because, look at it militarily, it mounts additional pressure on the security forces, on the commanders on ground, because next time Pakistan would be better prepared. What did General Hooda say? He said that the moment surgical strikes took place, Pakistan was completely shocked and surprised. It cancelled leave of its soldiers. It put additional soldiers there. It did not expect this. Because India politicized it, according to General Hooda, subsequent operations will become very difficult. But as far as government sources are concerned, and of course you heard General Hooda himself, Vedika, when General Hooda said that the nation was asking questions that if they can come into our territory and kill 18 of our soldiers, what are we doing about it? And that is why the government had to tell the army, the nation and the people what action had been taken after the Uri surgical strike, after the Uri terror attack. Surgical strikes had to happen.
Also, Gaurav, it's interesting how the Army Chief has kept his distance from commenting on the political aspect of it, something that General Hooda did point out. So you have the Army Chief talking about the surgical strikes. He's talking about the role of General Hooda, but steering clear of backing him on the comment made on how this has been made into a political issue over the last 2 years.
Vedika, General Hooda now is a veteran, and he can have a personal comment. He can talk about it, as General Bipin Rawat pointed out. General Bipin Rawat is a serving army officer, so he has to, speak at a certain level. But the fact remains the same. 1, surgical strikes happened. 2, they were extremely successful. 3, the government's perspective was that after the Uri terror attack, in which we lost 19 of our soldiers,
yes,
a statement had to be made. And if a surgical strike happened, the nation had to be told about that surgical strike. The subsequent politicization, whether the government tom-tomming it or the opposition questioning it, that was unfortunate.
All right, Gaurav, thanks for joining us on the phone line there. Defense expert Mr. R.S. Singh also on the phone line with me. Mr. Singh, do you agree with General Hooda and his statement?
No, with due regards to him, I suppose I have participated with him in a debate where he revealed very minute details of the operation and withheld some things which, of course, which are supposed to be withheld. And it was a very long drawn, it's almost an hour's debate. Then he was on your channel also. So if, and then he did, the nation has saluted him for what he has done. Now, after having appeared in all channels and, taken the kudos, and which he, of course, deserves, I don't think this kind of a comment is, warranted. The second issue is that, remember, what is this business of politics? Of course, it is the political, the government of the day which wields the armed forces. So that discredit goes to the government and the credit goes to the government, and of course the people who execute it. So what is so all over the world, it is the government of the day.
All right, Colonel Singh. Thanks for joining us on the phone line there. We have some breaking news coming in.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.